Okay, this is Flying Waters. We're starting in the continent area, just in front of the start.
'68. Elodie's expedition.
You know the commanders of every expedition.
Expedition 68. Their boat was blown into the air by a storm. Lumiere lost sight of it, but assumed they crashed on the continent.
And they survived. A storm, at least.
Alright, let's keep moving. We found the weird corals. Maelle must be close by.
Okay, from the anchor, we're going to go around to the left into this little foggy little hallway aisle area.
An advantage.
New Pictos. SOS Shell. I'm going to swap out. Nope, we're going to keep Cleansing Tint because that has not yet been mastered. What is she wearing? Let's swap out Critical Burn. And we'll go ahead and master this. Apply Shell when falling below 50% health. Shell is sort of like a defensive armor kind of thing. It's a buff. Okay. Now we're going to learn about paint cages. At the back, behind the whole anchor boat area. It's going to be our first paint cage. Paint cages contain rare loot, and to unlock them, we have to find their 3 locks and shoot them. So from the paint cage, they look like little glowy things like this. There's one on either side. And then on the back of the whale tail. Chroma Elixir Shard. So that just increased our ability to hold an additional Chroma Elixir, which heals the entire party. Okay. Head up the path. At this part right here. Grab ourselves some Chroma.
That will help. Wait. Everyone. Looks like a different species.
These guys
Doesn't
are
matter.
fast.
They're between us and Maelle.
They are really, really fast. Okay. Shoot first. And we're going to mark it.
Take them down.
Let the ink flow.
We're marked. Let's do immolation.
Feel the burn.
So that did not get rid of all the HP. So once his turn came, then he got burned again, and that's what killed him. So yay. Because those guys are fast. Really fast. Okay, so from there, we just came in this way. This is how we got here. There's 2 left-hand aisles here. There's a lower one and an upper one. Lower one, we're going to get Color of Lumina. And then the upper one, we're going to get another Picto called Marking Shots. And there's going to be 2 of those really fast Nevrons here. So be sure to get the first strike in. so used to my other setup. I don't think he has anything that attacks all.
Take him down.
Here, Earth Rising. Should do all.
Lune, watch out!
Always miss one of them. Okay, you go away. Now you. We're just gonna have to do a straight up attack. That marking shot does really well. There's a lot of things in this chapter that are weak to lightning, so it's a good one to have. Okay.
This will be useful.
Marking shots. 20% chance to apply mark on free aim shot, which will come in handy later when we'll pair it with a couple of other things that we'll get down the line. Let's place dead energy with marking shots. And then, oh, I have available Lumina points. All right. Definitely get dead energy back on for sure. Get dead energy for her and Dodger. We already have Dodger. Might as well put burning shots on. Let's use up what we can. All right, good for now. Shots. Okay. So now we have another new enemy, and they're kind of fun.
Be careful.
Because their mines damage anyone they're next to. So with these guys, shooting the mine's gonna be your first play. For sure. And then just straight up attack.
Let the ink flow.
Okay. I do normally just attack them. I'll just shoot them. That's okay. I forgot. They're technically flying. So yeah, just shoot them. Alright. We got Cleansing Tint and Empowering Attack learned. So that's nice. Go. And we just learned SOS. Nice.
Nice.
Chroma Catalyst can be used at camp to upgrade weapons up to level 3. We can use that after Flying Waters. The camp after Flying Waters will open up the ability to do that. Guy. And we just got 3 more AP, which is nice. I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Straight up base attack. Okay, we're gonna go that way, but we're gonna go over here first.
We can use that.
Chroma Catalyst. Ah! I didn't get first attack. Oh no. Because they do this lightning thing that I completely miss, like, every time. And that. Summon thunder. I thought they summoned the lightning. Ah, we learned marking shots. Nice. Alright. Here.
Over there. A hut.
Slow down. We don't know what's inside yet.
Grab
Good
some
advantage.
chroma. And then we'll head into the hut.
Look. There's a door inside.
Seems empty. Let's go. Someone lives here. Where are we? This is...
Maelle!
Here's a flag here, but we're going to interact with it after we get Maelle on our way out. Because we're going to... She'll have a ton of attribute points that we can spend. So we'll just do it once. So now we're going to get another record. Interact with that. That. Nocturne for un Masque de Tristesse. Another record for us. Now we're going to go get Maelle. All of the other doors are locked. And I'll admit, not sure. I kept expecting to grab one of the paintings in that little vent area we were in, but it doesn't seem like that's what happened, so... So it looks like she's holding on to a journal, but maybe she's just working on her own journal because there's no journal afterwards. So there's no collectible here that I've been able to sort of figure out. Unless I'm wrong, in which case, you know, let me know. Because I went looking for it. I mean, that's a journal entry. That's what journal entries look like. So I kind of expected there to be one after the cutscene, and I never saw it.
Are you real?
I cannot take him seriously with that uniform on.
Well, you sure smell real enough.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I thought that on the beach I saw you and I couldn't, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have, I should have come for you and
It's okay. It's okay.
I was worried.
Made it.
How did you end up here?
I don't know. It's all a blur. I remember everyone at the beach. Then I woke up here with him. He's been helping me a lot. He reinforced all my Pictos.
What is he?
I'm not sure. He doesn't really talk.
The chroma around him. It's quite different from the Nevrons.
Okay. See, I never did find whatever it was she was looking at. Let's check her out. So her current weapon is Fatality. Let's go ahead and assign her some Pictos. There's not really a lot available yet, but we'll give her stuff she doesn't have to spend money on. And then she doesn't have enough for that or that. At least get that for right now. She'll increase her numbers soon enough.
How did you find me?
There was a message at the indigo tree.
Do you know who left it?
A message? Maybe. No. I don't know.
Okay, so she has 15 unspent. Points. We can get something for her. I do like Degagement because it does makes them weak to fire, which is nice. That's a good one to have. Swift Stride is nice too. Switches over. She has enough for both. Switch them both. Definitely getting Thunderfall. It's a good lightning attack that we'll be using later in the chapter. And Electrify, for sure. I think I'm going to wait on these other ones for right now.
Again. We just trained earlier.
Not right now does not allow you to skip it. You have to sort of fight with him in order to be able to leave the manor. So, go ahead.
All right.
This is Maelle's tutorial fight.
But this time I have backup.
Okay, we're going to learn about a jump attack. It comes with a flare, a jump flare. And when you see that, that's when you know to jump. Press X to jump. And then R2 for a counterattack.
Let us stain them.
Okay, I'm going to do... Let's see. Just Electrify, because I haven't gotten Electrify this early before. It's taken a couple of playthroughs to realize the benefit of it. Go ahead and mark.
Take him down.
So now we're going to learn about Maelle's stances. Maelle does things in defensive stance, offensive stance, or virtuose stance. Defense takes less damage and gains 1 AP per parry or dodge. Offensive stance deals more damage, but she also takes increased damage. And virtuose stance deals about 200% increased damage. Switching to a new stance also provides Maelle with 1 action point, and switch between stances without interruption to maximize her skill effects. So basically we're going to be like taught that right now. So she has 2 skills that we're really going to learn during this tutorial, which is the offensive switch and the spark. We're not really going to learn about per se at all, which is those are her 3 default skill sets. Offensive switch will put her into the offensive stance, and spark, which is what we're going to learn on her next turn, does more if she's in the offensive stance, which is why we're getting into the offensive stance first. So her starting skills are offensive switch, spark, and per se. Offensive switch switches Maelle to offensive stance. Spark, you can see that as well over on the cost of the skill, over the 1, 5, and the 3. You know how Lunae's have, in that same area, they have what stains are generated by that skill? Maelle's tells you what stance it will put you in. So the offensive stance, you can see the red in the box, and then per se and spark, you see the blue next to the 5 and the 3 cost. Blue is defensive, red is offensive, and purple is the virtuose stance, but we're not really going over that in this tutorial. So we're going to use offensive switch to offensive stance. Offensive, and because he's marked, we're going to do a little extra damage anyway. Defenseless is a debuff that just got assigned by the offensive stance skill. It is going to increase the damage the curator receives by 25%.
Gustav, don't die!
Jump, R2. Okay. What do I want? Doesn't really matter at this point.
Feel the burn!
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and mark them again so that Maelle can do additional damage. So now we're going to learn about I believe it's spark. When she's in the offensive stance, she deals more damage but also takes more damage. At the end of the turn, she'll revert to stanceless unless she uses a skill that switches her to a different stance or uses her base attack. Now her base attack, if she's in offensive stance and uses her base attack, it'll switch her to defensive. If she's in defensive stance and uses her base attack, it'll switch her to offensive. Just something to sort of tuck away for later. Cast a skill that switches Maelle to defensive stance, which is going to be the spark. We're going to use the spark option. Spark has additional effects because she's in offensive stance, which is why we're going to use that. It applies 2 more burns. So after casting spark, she'll also switch to defensive stance, because you can see that next to the cost, the blue marker. The blue little icon next to the 3 cost on spark says defensive. That's how we know it's going to switch her to that. We're going to use spark to benefit from the offensive stance effects. We're going to deal low single target fire, but because she's in offensive stance already, it's going to apply 2 more. And don't worry about her being 3 levels below. She'll catch up.
That was fun, but I think we've had enough training today. You could come with us if you like. If that's a yes, we'll see you at the camp.
Okay, let me double check. more things. So I'm going to make sure all of her stuff is upgraded, and I will be right back. Okay, we're ready to go. I just wanted to point out the fact that you should have dead energy and dodger, at least in my opinion, on all 3 of your characters, either by wearing them or by assigning them in Luna points, because anything for gaining AP in fights is going to benefit us very much. So make sure everybody has that. And then beyond that, I only have 9, so there's only so much I can do right now. But I just wanted to point that out. But we are ready to go.
We should go to the Manor and maybe learn something.
Yeah, or we could get back to the Indigo Tree.
Neko's usually here. I wonder where...
Is that a Gestral?
Stop that,
God,
big
ruffians.
brush face. Can't you see they're human? Neko's a bit dramatic, but if you're nice, Neko will trade you lots of useful items for Chroma.
So the tales are true. Perhaps the grandest in the SKA exist too. Are there more Gestrals like you? I'd love to meet them.
Yoko, you silly scruff. Their village is not far from here.
Oh, really?
Lune.
I know. Don't have time for detours.
Yeah, we need to get to the Paintress.
There's another sea between here and the Paintress.
Noko, as the best Gestral merchant ever, I bet you know a solution, yeah? Come on, you broomhead, I know you know.
Broomhead.
Well, I guess you'll get to meet more Gestrals.
Okay, before we go, we're going to get the Exposing Attack Picto. We're going to get it by fighting Noko. He is a merchant, and their most powerful items are reserved only for the mightiest of warriors. Impress the merchant by defeating them in a duel to access their secret inventory. This is all the chroma you've been picking up so far is going to get used on. So you can buy additional chroma catalysts, which can be used at camps to upgrade weapons to level 3. I don't recommend this because by the time we got to the first camp, which is after this one where upgrades are possible, most stuff was sort of level 3. I had over 20 of these already, so you don't really need them, so I wouldn't worry about it. This, on the other hand, might be worth it. At camps, you can use Color of Lumina with the Curator to increase the number of Lumina points you have. Even though you pick these up along the way, they don't increase the Lumina points you have here. You have to upgrade that at a camp in order to increase it. So, but these are good to have. But they're a little expensive, but they're good to have. So this is... oh, square. Okay. It's just a one-on-one. He does have an attack that I just get lucky on. I don't know. I just get lucky on a parry. He grows huge and then he like face slams you on. It's sort of hit or miss, but at any rate. I'm gonna do the Ice Lance, see if we can't skip a turn. Nope. He is going to grow bigger for his turn, though, so it's not like we're actually going to get
Let
attacked.
us stain them.
Oh, he can do his attack. Hear this. And parry. See, I just get lucky.
Let the ink flow.
Okay, so now we have 4. Let's go ahead and use Immolation. Let me see if I can't get him marked. I don't remember what... Never mind. I don't know if she has marked. I don't remember if she has marked or not. But let's see. Oh, alright. Skill, Immolation.
Feel the burn.
Do some damage over time. And there you go. So definitely set him on fire. So that's a good one to have. So this is going to allow us the ability to purchase the Exposing Attack Picto for 3,600. Base attack applies defenseless for 1 turn. And the base attack is on PlayStation, just the X button. Just a straight up attack X button. So we're definitely going to buy that. Go ahead and who do I want to put this on? Put it on Cleansing Tint, because I really haven't used Cleansing Tint yet, so we'll replace this with Exposing Attack. Base attack applies defenseless for 1 turn. Okay, so we're done here. Let's check in with this flag. And continue on. Let me check my notes.
These dead Nevrons. Who could have done this?
Guess.
Chroma Catalyst.
Your mansion. Guess we found 68's boat.
There's a path.
Okay.
Feel the burn.
I don't think she has one that applies to all. We can get into Virtuoso stance on the first one with Swift Stride because the target is burning. Switches to Virtuoso stance if the target is burning, which this target is. We do that. They're now powerless as a debuff that reduces the character's damage. That came, I think, from one of the Pictos that she's wearing. Applies powerless.
I'll do it.
Missed one. It's okay.
Let the ink flow.
We're going to do Immolation because he's already marked. So we'll apply 2 extra burns. We'll mark him again. Attack, marking shot. Okay, now we just got a new weapon. This for Maelle. With the original, this is a fire weapon. When it hits level 4, it's currently level 3. When it hits level 4, critical hits will apply burn. Level 10, base attack will apply 2 burn, and that's just the straight up X attack. When it reaches level 20, 100% critical chance while stanceless. There you go. Nice one to have. Alright, let me take a look around. I have to remember. Okay, we are going to go get a Recoat and Augmented Aim Pictos. Gotta get rid of this guy first.
Chroma's flowing.
Oops. No, wrong one. Darn it. It's a flyer. You know better. There we go. Alright, it's marked. Let's just do straight up attack. Push him off. Oh, Lune fought the merchant. I'm like, why is Lune a level higher? Because she fought the merchant. That's why. Okay, so in this area, we are here, underneath all of this stuff. For the compass, it's the north end. We'll do this first. We're going to come in here. And we're going to find this guy, an intact mine, and we're going to get another weapon.
An advantage.
Intact mine. What is this Nevron doing? We're going to examine. You can attack. I don't know what happens if you attack before you get the weapon. I don't know if you get the weapon if you attack him. But I know after, if you attack him after you do the interaction with him and get the weapon, you don't get anything extra. I know that. So you can get the weapon without fighting him. Doesn't seem threatening. It's clinging to a metal chain. Doesn't it usually carry a mine with it? What if we were to give it one? Hold this. Ooh.
Said something.
New weapon with a lightning element, which is good because a lot of enemies in this chapter have lightning weakness. So we're absolutely going to equip this. Okay. Now up here. So Recoat, nice. If you want to reset your attributes or skills.
This will be useful.
Augmented aim. 50% increased free aim damage. Who do I want to put that on? Let's change out dead energy. Augmented aim. But then we're going to go into Lumina's and make sure she has dead energy back on. Because that is so worth being on. And then no fall damage, so... Do Earth Rising. That does damage to all. Some more Chroma Catalyst. Okay, we're going to leave this room. We're going to head west. Check my notes. Got the mine. Got the Deminerium. Okay, yeah.
It's forging something. So they have...
This is a crueler.
The storm is coming.
They do have a weak point, but so help me, I've only hit it once, and I'm pretty sure it's like over the back shoulder. Like, I'm not 100% sure. See, like, I have no idea what I hit. It's like on this left thing. It's very weird. Alright, it's marked. Let's go ahead and use Immolation. Get that started. Let's get rid of his weak points. Doing marking shots. Let's do that guy, actually. So we might be able to get rid of this guy to start. She's got 4. Let's try and get rid of this guy. There we go. She just got more. Oh, wait. Stunned. Okay, that happens. I don't have enough skills for anything. Oh, wait, I do. Electrify. Low lightning, 3 damage hits. And I have a fire to generate 1 light sting.
Thunder.
See? Weak to lightning. Maelle, unfortunately, has no lightning. He's on fire. So we're going to switch to Virtuoso. Well, Virtuose, using Swift Stride. She only has 1. But let's use Electrify. We don't have a fire, but... Weak and on fire. Definitely set those things on fire because it'll help down the line. Even though they're weak to electrical, well, lightning, fire will definitely benefit you. And we just got another weapon. As for Gustive, it is a cold element. I think there is something that we will run into that is resistant to cold. But we'll deal with it then, because until then, it does have some, it's have higher power. Okay.
An advantage.
Chroma Catalyst. Get back to my resources page. Let me see something. Okay, I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to upgrade and check on the skills and do some cleanup, and I will be right back. Okay. It's right around from the flag.
Wow.
I'm going to grab Staggering Attack. This one is really very important. Make sure that you master this. Who do I want it on? It's from SOS Shell. Staggering attack. Get staggering attack mastered as soon as possible because it's an 50% increase break damage on base attack, which is just your basic X attack. So every time you use attack, and we use attack a lot because we don't always have AP points for skills, this will increase the amount of break damage, especially with the... There's 4 bosses coming up. 3 of them are optional. But it's a good one to have. So we're going to get this mastered toot sweet, and then we're going to be using Luminas to assign it to everybody. So it's a good one to have.
Well,
It is very confusing back here. Let me get back to the flag. Alright, here's the flag. That goes in there, that goes in there. Okay, lantern, and then there's going to be cruller right by the big lanterns. This is going to be like sort of our base of operations as we go off on this strand and that strand and this strand and then come back. So get used to seeing these lanterns right quick. Got some chroma. We are headed sort of southwest. We're going to get this cruller.
Storm is coming.
See, every time I shoot the weak point, it's over here somewhere, but I swear to God, I can't see anything. Alright, let's do electrify. It's only costs us 1. Okay. Marking shot.
Take him down.
Let's spill some ink.
I'm going to set it on fire and make it weak to fire for 2 turns.
My sword is death. On me.
Oh, bad. I got the second one.
Let the ink flow.
Don't have 2. I do have an electrify. Do marking shot.
Take him down.
She has 5. He is not on fire, unfortunately, but he is marked. We can use per se, even though we're not in Virtuo Stance, just means it costs more. But he is marked, so we're going to increase the damage. Whoa. Nice. Nope, missed it. Got the second one. Did I get? Oh, I did. I just don't have them. Alright. Oh, shoot. Didn't realize he was... Alright, there we go. My bad. Alright, straight up attack, because he only has 1 AP.
Finesse and grace.
We do have per se again, but he's not marked, but might be enough. Yeah. Caught him. Alright, I don't think they're gonna come back, so I'm gonna go back to the flag and touch up a little bit. Okay. Lantern. get used to this lantern. So then here, we're going to go left to where they came out of. Oh my gosh, he did come back. I actually did not expect him to come back. All right, I might cut this part out. Because I did not expect this. I kind of took him as a... Alright, electrify, because he's weak to lightning. And we're going to mark him.
Finesse and grace.
And she doesn't have enough for per se. But let's go ahead. Apply defenseless. Electrify. Mark. I'm in offensive stance. Let's do Spark. Get rid of his shield. I don't think Spark is... Oh, Spark is still available. Nice. Just enough left.
On me.
Got it. Alright, note to self. Do not go back to the flag. I'm just going to touch up, but... On the plus side, we got Augmented Aim learned. Okay, the whole reason we were coming back here is because rewarding mark. We had another Picto. So, who do I want to put it on? She can take Dodger off. And we'll put rewarding mark. And then we're going to go into Luminous and put Dodger right back on. She has an extra point. So we'll get that mastered and available. Okay, so now let's get our bearings back to the lantern. We're going to head west. The Picto was there. We're going to go this way. Got our AP back. Just straight up base attack. Alright, let's get rid of this guy. We'll mark him. Marking shot. Oh, he's already marked. That's alright. Double marking. We'll just shoot. No damage, plus 20%. Nice. Okay, we came back for this. Nice. Color of Lumina. Alright. Get our bearings. Back at the lanterns. We're going to go through the kelp and turn right.
Nice.
For the Chroma. Lanterns. And this time we are going north. And at the fork, we're going right towards that little growl. Okay, there's a paint cage back here, over there. It's guarded by 3 cruelers. I'm going to get the paint cage to show that you can get it without having to fight them if you don't want to. But then we're going to fight them anyway, just in case you do want to.
an advantage.
Color of Lumina. Okay, the first lock for the paint cage is right here. Second lock is up behind them, you can see. And then on this right wall right here. And then we're going to hide behind here. Let the paint cage fully uncover.
Perfect.
Okay, so we got a ReviveTint shard, which gives us the ability to get another revival tint if we want. So you can see down in the bottom right under the green, we went from 2 to 3. Okay. So you don't have to fight them. They're completely optional. You can get the paint cage without them. But
Let the ink flow.
just in case. Oh, look at that. I've never had one double. Nice. Alright, let's do a marking. Shots. Do it on this one.
Take him down.
He's also on fire. So we have 2 marked. Let's switch over to Swift Stride. And switch to Virtuose Stance on this one because he's on fire. That's how he'll get us to Virtuose Stance. Okay, so this is going to be a jump attack. Jump. R2. And I missed the R2.
A storm is coming.
Alright, she got stunned. That's okay. Doesn't have any more shots. Ah, they're both. Alright, we'll attack this one. Alright. Let's get rid of the marks. We do have enough for per se. Oh, let's get rid of this one.
A storm is coming.
So per se is really good if they're on fire. I'm sorry, if they're marked and you're in Virtuoso Stance, definitely use per se. For sure. Okay, she has 3. Let me see Earth Rising, because that's a damage to all. And I don't know if... Oh good, that did some damage.
Take cover.
Okay, and jump. R2. One of them got shielded, I thought. Alright, Mark. We are in defensive stance. Swift. This guy's on fire, so we're going to use Swift on him. This will switch us to Virtuose Stance.
Let us stain them.
She has nothing, so we'll just do a straight attack on the marked guy and hopefully get rid of him. Yep. Alright, down to 1. Skills. I don't have enough for marking. Alright, well let's just waste this bullet, see if it marks him. Nope. Straight up attack. Alright, so she has more than enough for per se. He's not marked, but we should be okay. And we are in Virtuose Stance, so we should do 200% damage. Plus 200% damage. There you go. 0 Successful dodges. Nice. Alright, we just learned Staggering Attack. So she has Staggering Attack equipped, but let's make sure that we get this for everybody, because Staggering Attack increases break damage on base attack, and that's like what we want. And unfortunately, I have nothing else. Oh, I can get Augmented Aim for him. And Augmented Aim for her, too. Free aim damage. She's wearing Augmented Aim, so we're okay. Alright. Let's get out of here. Okay, this time we're going to come out and we're going to go west.
Expedition 68, Elodie. It's a miracle any of us survived. We were caught in the maelstrom and flung from wave to wave. We lost the moon and the stars, condemned to a never-ending darkness of punishing rain and raging clouds. The Paintress sent a storm to overcome us, but it is we who have overcome the storm. After surviving that, crushing those Nevrons was almost an afterthought. Strength and resilience, it's how we survived that storm, and it's how we grabbed victory. It wasn't even a battle. It was an ink bath. We squeezed those Nevs dry. But this new one looks tougher than the others.
Okay, Journal 68. Just checking my notes real quick. Alright.
I don't like this.
Let me make sure I didn't miss anything.
Merde. This one is gigantic.
Okay, we're gonna come back and we're gonna do the mime that's in there. And then we're gonna do the Bruler, or the, I forget what it's, Bourgeon, which is down there. But first we're gonna check in with the next flag. We're gonna do all this first. Alright, I will be right back. Okay, so I did move a few things around. We'll start with Lune. We're going to be fighting a Mime, which is just a single, so I've taken dead energy off for all of them. But I made sure they all had Staggering, which has now been mastered, and Augmented Attack, which is increased base attack damage. So you want to make sure that everybody has this if you can get it. You should be able to get it, but if not. So everyone has Augmented Attack and Dodger, except for her, because I ran out of points. But Staggering Attack and Augmented Attack and Dodger. They all have that. And then as far as skills go, the Mime is just a tank. You're like throwing pebbles at a brick wall until you can actually break him. So we're going to definitely be using like some of the fire stuff to make him weak to fire, help build up like his break. And I'm going to have a couple of different skills that can break him so that whenever the opportunity comes up, we'll be able to choose it. The Fleurette's got it. Overcharge has it. And Mayhem has it. And yeah, that's it. So we have a couple of options with us. But until then, the Mime has the same attacks as every other Mime you've seen so far. So the attacks aren't really any different. Just parry his either 3-hit or 4-hit. It's just going to take a while because we're just chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. Alright, so we're back here. And we're going to go through the kelp. Get rid of those. We're going to start by setting him on fire. And he's marked, so he'll have 5 burns. Burn stacks. Does nothing. Alright, we're gonna... I want to mark him this first time.
Take him down.
We really have to work towards overcharge. And the reason I want to mark him is because I want to use Swift Stride. He's marked and on fire. Well, mark doesn't really matter for this one necessarily. But because he's burning, we can switch over to Virtuose Stance. So on her next turn... It's actually, that's what I should have done. I should have done the other one. Do marking next time. Anyway, he's burning. So we're going to do Swift Stride and switch over to Virtuose Stance. Alright, she doesn't have enough. He still has 5 stacks. So let's do Electrify. And we do have a Fire Stain. So it will generate a Light Stain that can be used later.
Thunder.
Okay, we're gonna mark again. I meant to do Lumiere the first time and mark this time because Maelle is in Virtuose Stance and has enough AP points for per se. We want him marked. So we're gonna do marking.
Let's spill some ink.
And then she is gonna use per se. It's increased damage on marked targets. Because she's in Virtuose Stance, it costs less, so we're able to do it. That was only 373. So that just tells you like how protected this guy is. Because usually when she does that, it can be in the 1200s. But that's like how amazingly ridiculous this guy is. Okay, we're going to straight up attack. We need to start getting something that's ready to break. So we just need to get a break skill. Fortunately, overcharge is not. So let's do Lumiere. Start building this up. Can she... Fleurette Flurry. Let's try this. She is not in defensive stance, but it can break, and it deals a high single target physical, 3 hits, but he is breakable. Should be, so. Broken. There we go. This will finally start to get his damage down. Alright, do I want a skill? It's not marked. It's just straight up attack. See, now once you break him, then he'll start to do some stuff. Alright, let's do straight attack. We'll save up for AP points. Fact. Straight up attack. This will fill overcharge. She has 4 points. She's currently stanceless. He is on fire, so we can switch to Virtuose Stance. So this will work. There you go. Now this is the hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have no skills available to me because of that. Face mask, debuff. It's a status effect that's called silence. And yeah, top right. Character cannot use any skills. In which case, since I have so many, let's see if we can mark him. Couldn't get the mark, but that's okay. Oh, and I don't have enough. All right, straight up attack. We'll get one more AP, and then we'll be able to do it. All right, we'll do per se. He's not marked, unfortunately. There we go. That was enough. So now we got the short haircut for Maelle. Let's grab this.
This will be useful.
Color of Lumina. And then let's go check out Maelle's new hair. Hair is her hair. And I can't turn her, so I don't know. I'm going to put it back, though. I prefer her with the ponytail. Alright, let's go heal up, and then we'll go get the other guy that's back here, the other optional. Okay, I'm not going to change any of the setups for any of them. For this guy, the Bourgeon guy. This guy's kind of a jerk. I am not going to lie. The guy is a jerk. Do I have the right weapons on? Yeah, alright. The guy is a jerk. He will eat one of our party members, and... Alright, hang on. So he's gonna eat one of our party members at some point. Might as well just stay in here for right now. He's gonna eat one of our party members. At least one. I've fought this guy like 5 times now, and 4 times he's eaten one party member. Either Maelle or Lune. That's who he's eaten. And then once, and I will put a link in the description for this playthrough, he ate Gustav and Maelle. And I ended up having to fight him, like, the last third of his health with just Lune, which was not easy to do, like, at all. Because he has some crazy, like, weird attacks, which I'm not going to parry every single one, so be prepared for that, but... Best we can do is hope he eats Maelle, because this guy is weak to lightning, so you're gonna want overcharge and marking shot and electrify and thunderfall, and Maelle does not have any lightning attacks at all, so she will be using like Florent Fury and stuff like that if she sticks around. But at any rate, applies 3 burn. But he's kind of a jerk. I mean, we're in his space, I guess, so maybe he's just defending himself. But he's gonna eat our party members, and it's uncool.
A storm is coming.
Alright, he doesn't have a shield on. So I am going to start with Electrify. Actually, we're going to start with Immolation, because we're going to set him on fire and generate a fire stain, which we will use.
Feel the burn.
Then we're going to mark him. I did it again. I meant to do that other way around. Mark the second time. Alright, so he's on fire. So we're going to switch to... This is going to switch us over to Virtuose stance. See? He's going to eat Maelle. And quite honestly, out of all 3 of them, that's who you want him to eat anyway. As far as I could tell. Alright, she has 3. We'll do Electrify and use the fire stain. Oh, it's just going to generate... That's alright. Alright, we're going to start building up for overcharge. Now for this, we're going to parry him after... Now. There's 4 of them. So don't parry or dodge when he first spits. Wait for it to start coming, and then parry block. Alright, we got Thunderfall available to us, because we have enough AP points. We're going to deal medium lightning damage. Hope for a critical. And unfortunately, we don't have a fire, but we do have a light stain. So it should consume a light stain for additional damage. Okay. So we're going to do a basic attack. We have overcharge, but we're not going to have... Okay, this is going to hit me now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And I missed every single one of them, and I forgot about the 6th one.
Let the ink flow.
Alright, we're going to do this. We're going to do an energy tint, and I'm going to give it... Because I want him to use overcharge on the next turn, and he's not going to be able to. So I'm going to give that to him. We're going to do overcharge, and we are going to hopefully fill it up enough to break him.
For those who come after.
Oh, we got Maelle back. Yay. Okay, now let's see here. Now we're going to heal him. A little better. Alright, so Maelle's back. So let's go ahead and we'll do the Lumiere Assault because we need to set him on fire before I do this thing, so. Okay, she has 4. It's not on fire, but let's go ahead. Let's build up the Flurent Fury, actually. We'll just do base attack. No longer stunned. She only has 1. So we'll do Electrify. Actually, does she have... Let's save up for Mayhem. Let's see what we can do with that. Nice. Not enough. A mark. Nice weakness shot. I do wish he was on fire. We need... Okay, Flurent Fury deals high single physical damage, can break. We're not in Virtuoso Stance, don't worry about it. And he's marked, so this should do additional damage. Not as much as I had hoped. Not gonna lie.
A storm is coming.
Okay. Set him on fire, actually. Do some damage over time that'll help us out. He'll just have to do straight up attack because he doesn't have any really AP. Does she have enough? Let's get an energy for her because I want her to do Mayhem next, and I think Mayhem's 4. No, don't take her. Don't. Bugger off. Bugger off. No, bugger. Alright, we can finish him off. It's fine. Skills. Mayhem. Consumes all stains, which we have all 4. Can break, but might not because his break bar might not be full enough. However, we're going to consume all 4 stains to deal high elemental damage to the target. So hopefully this will... I've never actually done this with 4, so... Nice.
I'm ready.
Parry.
Ready to evade.
Parry. Parry.
Ready to evade.
Parry. And a counterattack, and we should get all of our people back. Yay! I'm surprised they don't make a comment like, that was disgusting. Alright, we got another weapon. We got a Picto, a Bourgeon skin, which is just a quest item, and then a Chroma catalyst. Okay, we just got this, which is just straight up. That's ice. I think I actually take this because I don't know if the next guy is or not. I don't remember. Okay, now we just got augmented counter, right? Let me check my notes. Yeah, augmented counter, which increases counter attack damage. So we'll go ahead and activate that. I'll put it in marking shots. We'll just get it mastered real quick. Okay. Oh, and then in inventory, over on quest items, you can see we got this flesh thing. No idea what it's for yet. Alright, back to the flag. Oh, rewarding mark got mastered. Nice. Okay, get another Picto.
This building has a certain melancholy beauty. A lone outpost of humanity nestled amongst the corals.
Oh, I didn't put dead energy back on. Curses. We'll have to remember to do that. Just while we're down here. Not enough. Alright, let's see what she can do. See if we can get rid of...
I'm ready.
Oh, bugger.
Get ready. Get ready.
Electrify on a marked target.
I'm ready.
Oh man. Just die already. Wow. Oh, got a critical on that one. Alright. See, I told you Maelle would catch up. She's caught up, pretty much. Okay, now we came up onto this building not just to fight that guy. Come over here. This is a new Pictos called Versatile. After a free aim hit, base attack damage is increased by 50% for one turn. So we're going to master this in this area before moving on to the next optional boss. because this will allow us to shoot him and then use the X base attack, and we'll get 50% extra base attack damage. And that will stack with the Staggering, which is plus 50% break damage on base attack. And then, what's the other one? There's another one in here somewhere. This one, Augmented attack. This should be on. So, let me add Dead Energy back on while we're dealing with these minion multiples. I'll take this one off. Put that one on. Leave that one on. Alright, so everyone should have Dead Energy back on while we're in this area dealing with multiple enemies at a time. That'll help us generate AP points. Got our AP points back. That is why Dead Energy is so important. Especially against like the multiple lower level fights. It's really important. Really helpful, rather. It's very helpful. Okay, those two are both gone. Oh, here's a weak point. I've never seen it on his hand before. I always like shoot something up here. Very weird. Alright, let's set him on fire. Immolation. Let's get him going, and then we are going to use Lumiere Assault. Alright, he's on fire, so we're going to use Swift Stride to switch over to Virtuoso Stance. Because he's burning, we'll be able to do that. And then we can use the Virtuoso Stance. No, damn it. I wanted to mark him. Alright, that's okay. Not even marking. I don't think she has marking shot on. That's alright. We're okay. Let me check that though. This marking shot's a good one to have. No, and she doesn't have any extra. But I will take Dodger since we're here. Dodger, Dead Energy, Dodger, Dead Energy. She doesn't have an extra. Alright. Alright, so we came back here for this. An Energy Tint charge. Which allowed us... Now our blue down in the bottom right is up to 3. We can refill that to go to 3.
Well, that
Color Lumina. That'll help with the next camp.
Let me flow.
I'm on fire. Let's do straight up attack. Shoot him. Okay, that should have... There we go. Augmented counter is learned. How many more until... Versatile? We have one more fight to go before we master Versatile, because only 3 of the borders are filled in. So let's go fight this last guy that's down here. They gave us like just enough sort of minion fights that we can master this. Where are you? There should be one of those little bomb guys wandering around. That's alright. Alright, let's check in and heal, because then we're going to go... Oh, well, give me a second. Let me spend some stuff. Okay, so now we're going to fight an optional boss called the Chromatic Troubadour. He is, I believe, weak to electric. But I do kind of want to go over the choices that I made for each of them. For Lune, the versatile, everybody's going to have versatile. After a free aim hit, base attack damage is increased. So we're definitely going to use that. Get a chance to mark, since we're going to be shooting every turn as well. Augmented attack, because that'll increase the base X damage. So, well, not shooting every turn, but every turn we don't use a skill, I'm going to try and, if we have enough AP, we're going to do shoot and then base attack. And then augmented aim, increase free aim damage. So everything is sort of geared towards free aim shot mixed with the base attack. So he has basically the same stuff. Everybody has staggering attack and versatile. Break damage on base attack and free aim hit. Base attack damage is increased. All three of them have that. And then two of them at least have augmented attack, increase the base damage. I just don't have enough to get it for Maelle as well. But so that's basically it. Make sure dead energy is off, because it's a single boss fight, so you're not going to need it. Just put it somewhere else. And we are going to be using dodges. So I put dodger on for where I was able to spend the points. And here we go. There is a crueler up here that we're just going to bypass, because I want to face this guy with like full health. So we're just going to like go past this guy. We'll come back and get like a thing up there.
Interesting.
Chroma catalyst. Okay. Now this guy has two different types of attacks. He has what is called a tricky shot with its trumpet, where he blows two glowy things up into the air and then he swings at you with his trumpet. We are going to dodge the swing and then try and parry the two glowy blobs that come after. Then he has another attack called a trumpet concerto, which is 3 hits, but it's not hit, hit, hit. It's like hit, hit, hit. So there's a little more time between the second and third hit. So my parries are always off. So for that one, I am going to be doing parry, parry, dodge. So basically they're opposite. Dodge, parry, parry. Parry, parry, dodge. Those are going to be our two, hopefully, defensive moves. Come on, Maelle. And you will never get the first attack on him. Parry, parry, dodge.
A storm is coming.
Okay. So now we're going to set him on fire. To start. And then we're going to start filling in our Lumiere Assault. For overcharge. Start filling in overcharge with Lumiere Assault. Now for her, we are going to switch over to Swift Stride. We're going to use this to switch us over to Virtuoso stance because he's on fire.
Get ready.
Okay, this is the 3-hit. Parry, parry, dodge. Dodge, parry, parry. Okay. That stupid hit. All right, let's bring her back.
The expedition's not over.
I was gonna mark her, or mark him this turn, but she's stanceless now and no longer in Virtuoso stance. So let's go ahead and heal her if I can. I don't have enough. 3, so we'll just do a straight up attack. And we'll do a shot. Should have done that anyway.
This will hurt.
He's still on fire, so let's try it again. Swift Stride. We'll head back into Virtuoso stance. Dodge. Parry. Parry.
A storm is coming.
Okay, set him on fire again.
Feel
There we
the
have it. Had the extra damage. Parry. Parry. Dodge. Okay, overcharge. We'll go ahead and use overcharge. I was going to use the Tristesse and mark him. You know what? Let's do that. We'll do the marking shot instead because overcharge isn't going anywhere. And now that we're in Virtuoso stance, this is only going to cost us 2. The increased damage because he's marked and he's on fire, so that'll give us a little extra as well. And that actually totally killed him. So that Tristesse, if he's marked, can do a lot of really good damage. And then we just got another weapon. That is for Lune. It is this. There is no elemental to it. It's just straight up physical. Free aim shots deal damage to an additional random target. I am not going to switch over to it, even though the power is higher. It's definitely higher. Because the next boss we're fighting is weak to electric. And the level 4 bonus free aim shot isn't really going to help us necessarily. Well, it might during the fire. Or not the fire, the flowers. Free aim shots deal damage to an additional random target. You know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so we got a Chroma Catalyst. Color of Lumina. Fight. Anything else? And we just got Energizing Break. 3 AP on breaking a target. And I'm not going to put this on right this minute because there aren't enough sort of like minion fights between here and the next boss. So there's no point and there's no time to get it mastered. And we're fighting a single anyway. So I'm going to leave that for a to-do list for later. Let's go heal. We'll fight this guy now, this cooler on our way back. There's the sweet spot again. I wonder how I've like managed to miss that like every time. And I know I hit it up here once or twice. Oh, he's marked. Straight up attack.
Ink flow.
Alright. Set him on fire. Switch over to Swift Stride. Or I always say that. We'll use Swift Stride, and because he's burning, we'll switch us over to Virtuoso stance. Let's go ahead and do that. Jump. No. Alright, and then up here. I thought there was a little thing up here. Let me check my notes. I thought there was something up here. No. Nope. Alright. Where are we going? Back to the flag. Alright, give me a minute to spend my stuff, and I'll be right back. Okay. Here rested up, we're good to go. Now we're going to head over to the right. And we're going to head to the Port of Lumiere. Let me check one thing. I've been through this chapter like 3 times. And the only thing I haven't found is the healing tint thing. I know we get a healing shard like upgrade off of this guy that's coming up. But I fully expected. Maybe that's why we don't get one actually. Alright, we're going to rest here so we have an autosave in case you need it.
You're right.
It only attacked when...
Coming.
Take cover!
Okay. Parry, parry, parry. I always miss that third one.
Storm is coming.
So, even though in the Manor, the curator spent time teaching us to jump on jump attacks, this was not your standard jump attack because we didn't see that flash, that flare, jump flare thing. That's, you can use either parry or dodge, and just like the others that we've seen that are 3 attack, there's like attack, attack, attack. So that's why I always tend to miss the third one because my timing is terrible. But it also is nice because it gives us a little extra AP to start with. Okay, we are going to do our standard. It is weak to lightning, but we're going to set it on fire for help with Maelle's stuff.
Feel the burn.
Okay, now with him, we're going to start building up overcharge. So we're going to use Lumiere's Assault to generate charges. And now, since he's on fire, we're going to use Swift Stride, and we're going to switch over to Virtuo Stance so that we can get Pierce cheaper. And for the extra damage. Missed one. Okay, we're going to use Electrify. It's going to deal low single target lightning damage, but it's going to consume the fire stain that we have and give us a light stain that we could use for other stuff. Very weak to electrical. So now we're going to mark the shot. We're going to mark it so that Maelle can do some good damage on her turn. Okay, we're going to use Pierce. It's going to deal medium single hit physical damage, but it increased damage to marked targets, and because we're in Virtuoso stance, not only does it cost less, it's going to do plus 200% damage. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Damn it. I got confused. I lost it at the last second and tried to jump like an idiot. Okay, let's see here. Let me do some healing. We'll do it on him. He's looking the worst. That was my mistake. Okay, let's just do a base attack and we'll fill up overcharge for next time. Now she has a ton of stuff. She does have Flurry, which we'll go ahead and use. I do wish she was in Virtuous stance because this would do a lot more damage. But it should break him because he's close to being broken. You know what? Before we do this, I take this back. We're going to shoot the blue flowers. Because odds are this isn't going to kill him. And the blue flowers will allow him to shield himself. I actually have enough that we can get rid of the red flowers too. But if you can dodge and parry his stuff, it's not as important. Oh my god, now I don't have enough for Flurry. Oh, you idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. Alright, we'll just do straight up attack. I can't believe I did that.
Please survive.
Sweet to electric, so that gives us some stuff. Alright. Can I do... Oh, this should break him. Mayhem should break him. And we have 4 stains filled. So we'll go ahead and do this. And I missed that. And overcharge is full. And we have enough AP. So this should go ahead and finish him off with any luck.
For those who come after.
There we go. So, not perfect, but it was good. We got the Shape of Health, which we're going to use at the next camp, which I will include at the end of this video. We'll just continue and do the camp at the end. Polished Chroma Catalyst will be used to upgrade a weapon at the camp, and Chroma Catalyst also. And then we got another Recoat, which may or may not be random. You may or may not see a Recoat for yours. I think I got it sometimes and not others, so I'm not entirely sure. But let's go ahead and finish up the chapter.
Gustav, wait! It seems peaceful. As long as we don't touch the flowers.
Yeah, let's not get too sentimental. It's still a painter's creation.
I've got to put him out of that outfit.
Damn, Maelle, what was that?
It felt familiar somehow.
Gustav, we won't understand what's going on if we kill everything that moves.
Look, a red tree. The Gestral village must be ahead.
You know what Neverons are capable of.
She'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
Okay. Polished Chroma is going to be used to upgrade weapons to level 9. Chroma Catalyst is standard that we've been seeing up to level 3. And there's nothing in here. Pretty sure. Recoat. Reallocate characters' attribute points or skill set. Alright. There's anything here. Let's get to the camp.
Still too far.
Being out here isn't what I expected.
As expected. Hey. You okay?
Death out here's not like death in Lumiere, is it? I thought I was used to losing people. I've have a foster child, right? But not like that. On the beach. That man.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Nevrons we were prepared for, but not. And now we've finally found other survivors, and it's... You know, that's the insidious thing about the Gommage. It's predictable, almost gentle. It makes Lumiere complacent and accepting, but... The Gommage is equally violent than death. Death is just as final.
I've been having nightmares.
Yeah, me too. Look, if death approaches, I want you to run. No, promise me. Run. Especially if we meet the man from the beach. We can't face him. You see him, you run.
Only if you do the same.
Oh, I'm running as soon as I see a strand of white hair, trust me. You won't even see me, I'm running so fast.
Oh, please, you're an old man. I can outrun you any day.
Yeah, right. There was a time when 30 was young, you know.
Sure. Surprised to find you here.
I hope we can trust him.
Well, at least we can upgrade our Pictos.
Okay, I'm going to upgrade a couple of weapons. List of available weapons for current characters shown on the left screen, sorted by power, level, or alphabetically. Weapons are the main source of attack power. Passive effects from weapons cannot be learnt as Lumina and are only active if the weapon is equipped. That's the extra stuff like what we were looking at earlier, when you get an extra bonus when Lune's weapon was level 4, like 4, 10, or 20. Weapons also scale their damage from some of their attributes. For example, a weapon that scales with agility means that the more agility the character has, the more damage the weapon will deal. Its scaling power is defined by the associated letter, ranking from D to S, which is D, C, B, A, and then S. Curator can upgrade your weapons using Chroma Catalysts. However, the Chroma Catalysts themselves only go up to level 3, which most of them already are. The polished Chroma Catalyst that we got for beating Goblu is the only one I have that will get me up to level 9 on one of them. Upgrading weapons increases their attack power and attribute scaling and can unlock new passive effects at specific rarity levels. Weapons of different qualities require different Chroma Catalysts to be upgraded. So see, most of them are already level 3 anyway. We can upgrade this one. And just use the Chroma Catalyst. That upgraded both defense and agility. I'm not going to bother upgrading this one because this one's fire and this one's already like way better, so I'm not going to worry about it, and has the extras. As far as him, these are already level 3. This one has vitality and agility. This one's vitality and defense, so I might upgrade this one. That's just ability. So we'll upgrade this one. This one. So far, and well, that's vitality, but this one is agility and luck. And just because I have so many Chroma Catalysts and I still want some choices, we'll go ahead and upgrade this one. So now everything is upgraded as it can be, and maybe down the line we can sell some of these basic Chroma Catalysts that we still have like 20 of. Okay. So now we're going to go in and upgrade expedition resources instead. So the curator can increase Lumina points for each character and improve tints by increasing their potency. Adding a Lumina point to a character costs 1 color of Lumina. Those are what we've been picking up and looting throughout the game so far. And if you've picked up one and wondered why your available Lumina points don't increase, this is why. They get increased here instead of out in the field. Expedition resources. Improving tints requires special items. Each tint requires a different item. Improving tints increases their effectiveness. Each tint can only be improved twice. So we just were rewarded the Shape of Health tint upgrade from beating the Goblu. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade the health. And then up here, I have 22 Color of Luminas that I've looted so far. If you're looking for a list of where I found Color of Lumina, in the description is a Google workbook that has a resources sheet that shows all of the looting items I've encountered so far and where. You can use that to help track down stuff. I don't know when the next person joining is, and I want to leave some Color of Lumina for them just in case they start off at like a different level or something like that. So I think I'm only going to go to about 16-ish for right now, and that's going to be good for me. So then this connects back over to here. Let's go ahead and heal everybody. I don't think I have really much to do here. I'll leave these alone for right now. Go ahead and rest. We're going to write in the journal. Spends time writing in his journal. Writes about how the arm they created for him was incredibly useful against water-type Nevrons. That one day his apprentices will read everything he wrote.
For those who come after.
Okay, we'll check in.
Told you Gestrals were real.
You did not.
Well, I thought it.
How did the Gestrals survive out here?
I'm not sure.
I can't wait to ask them. Gestrals.
Alright. So we've checked on the others. Current objective is get to the village. So we're going to go to sleep and we'll end here.